Do you want to have your dream team in EA FC 24? Footshop Store is the only one that you can buy without the risk of being banned. I've used it personally. They've worked very well with me, and they are very good and very reliable. If you do want it, like I said, visit the link in the description down below and use code CLUTCH for 5% off to get as many coins as you want. Yo, what's going on, guys? Clutch back again with another video for you guys, and today it is going to be another tactics video. Before we do get into it, if you haven't already, please drop a like on the video. Please drop a sub as well if you could. It would help me a ton. And also as well, if you do have any questions about FC 24 or anything related to FIFA, let me know down in the comments below. So what we are doing today, like I said, is a tactics video. Now, a lot of people on my streams, because I've been streaming quite a lot, so if you are interested in watching them, obviously keep an eye on my channel. I am streaming off YouTube, but a lot of people have been asking me what I've been using. I've been telling everyone I've been using the 4231. A lot of people have been wanting to see it. I have uploaded it on here once or twice, but I've been getting a lot of questions about it, so I am going to upload it for you guys. So for me, like I said, I think the 4231 is, at least for me, it's my favourite formation to use on FC 24. I've been loving it, so I'm gonna go through it with you guys and give you the lowdown, I suppose. So defensive style is on balanced. This is mostly to basically just make sure we don't concede any silly goals. Like if you go pressing and things like that, sometimes it can be worth it, but your players get drained. They just kind of run around everywhere, and it just generally leads to a not very defensively sound way of playing. Like your players kind of, like I said, they run around like headless chickens. It just doesn't really work. Width is on 45. I always use 45 width when I'm defending. Sorry about that. I always use 45 width mostly just because I feel like it's the perfect balance between tucking my fullbacks in to make sure I don't concede through balls, but also having them still wide enough that I can mark the wide players basically if they have any, because obviously we do all know how terrifying crosses are at the minute. If you have anyone tall, it's pretty brutal to defend. So I do try and find a balance in between. Now, depth is on 45. Again, for me, I don't really like, dropping my team too deep. I don't want to sit in my own box, but I also don't want to press, because if you press, it just opens up too many gaps at the back. So again, it's all about really just trying to find like an even ground where you're kind of not doing too much of one or the other, and you're really just basically taking control of the game yourself. Now, build-up play is on balanced again. For me, I don't know, like when I use these, the only one I ever enjoy really using, well, there's two of them to be fair, fast build-up, but I wouldn't use it for this kind of formation. I wouldn't use it for 4-2-3-1. The only time I ever will use it is if I'm a goal or two down and I'm really trying to score, then yeah, I'll chuck on fast build-up. Obviously slow build-up is an absolute no-go, and long ball, it can be very good if you're trying to use the right style of players. If you've got midfielders with long ball plus on and just really quick wingers, it can be quite good. But for me, it's just not the way I like playing FIFA, and I don't think it's actually that effective. I don't think it's really the meta way to play. So, like I said, balanced for me. Chance creation is on direct passing. Again, direct passing is just absolutely busted on FC24. It's just the way to play, basically. It just means that, you're not going to concede any silly goals. You're really going to just try and play your players through. It's like you just want to score the easiest goals possible. So playing those guys through, just one little through ball and they run, it's absolutely perfect. If you guys don't know kind of what helps direct passing, it is basically having attackers with good attacking positioning and sprint speed / acceleration. So basically just the most meta players possible, basically, because they'll just make the better in behind runs, and it all just kind of feeds into one fest of playing through balls and running through your opponent's team. It can be pretty simple at times. Now, attacking width is on 45 as well for me. I just don't like to mess around with stuff too often. Like I said, I do like to try and find just a balanced middle ground. And again, we will have a little bit of width in terms of still being able to attack those bylines for cutbacks and crosses. But we do also want them that little bit narrower to make sure they can get in better attacking positions as well. So again, just all kind of just trying to find a balance, really. Now, players in the box is on 6. This is because I do want like my striker and my cam to be in and around the box, but the rest of my players, I do kind of want them in and around the edges of the box. I like to have passes back because you can't always break someone down on the first attempt. and having basically people to kind of reset the play and just carry on attacking with can really, really help. I've got corners on 2 and free kicks on 1. Nothing too crazy there. Obviously, you guys can see the team is pretty crazy. It's actually my first owner, like, all pack pool team. I've had some crazy luck. And like I said, if you'd have been in the streams, you would have seen these packs happen live. So make sure you do come by the streams. So, I do have my striker on stay central, getting behind. Now, this is basically my person that's just running in behind, trying to score as many goals as possible. Just absolutely just causing nightmares, basically, for my opponent. And like I said, really the one as well who kind of really takes the most benefit out of using that direct passing tactic. So, like I said, stay central, getting behind. Pretty obvious reasons as to why I've got them on. So, yeah. Now, I do have my central cam on stay forward, get into the box for cross. Now, I have my central cam as stay forward because I basically almost play them like a 2-striker formation. They'll almost overlap and underlap each other and really kind of become like a link-up play. It's almost like a York and Cole style thing of like a Cole sits a little bit further off, York's the one breaking the lines, that kind of vibe. It kind of works pretty well with my cam, actually, but my cam will also then still link up the play between my 2 CDMs and my wide cams as well. So, works very, very well, and obviously I do have them on getting to the box across as well. Like I said, just to try and make sure they are in the most threatening positions possible. Now, I do have both of my wide cams on comeback on defence, getting to the box for cross. Now, a lot of people will look at this and go, why have you got them on comeback on defence? It doesn't make any sense. It does. They still go forward. So many people come to me and say they don't go forward, and they do. Trust me, if you have them on comeback on defence, get into the box across, they still bomb on. All comeback on defence does is that means that when you do lose the ball, they just run that little bit further back just to try and make you basically that much harder to basically break down. It's an absolute no-brainer, so just make sure you have them on. So yeah, so both of them on comeback on defence, get into the box across. Now, I do have both of my CDMs on stay but while attacking cover centre. Again, this is basically just to make sure we are as defensively sound as possible. I don't want to concede any silly goals. These two just basically sit deep and help protect that back line. Pretty simple there. Nothing too really like crazy to explain. They just sit deep and help defend, and they kind of ping the ball around to my midfielders as well, like my more attacking midfielders. I have both of my centre backs and my keeper all on default instructions, and then I have both of my fullbacks just on stay back while attacking whenever that wants to let me show you that. So yeah, nothing too crazy. Like I said, just a pretty simple standard 4-2-3-1 setup. So let me know if you guys do enjoy it. I love it. I use it all the time. I usually get between 6 to 8 rank ones a week using these tactics. So for me, they're the absolute go-to. So let me know how you get on. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.